John, off the back of a 4-1 victory against Reading, one that I imagine has kept spirits pretty high around the training ground.
Yeah, it has. I think obviously getting the win and coming off the back of some really good form and a really good week in terms of results. We've been very, very positive this week and really pleased with the way things have gone over the last 6 or 7 games. I think off the back of the weekend, there was plenty to improve upon. We weren't particularly pleased with the way that the first half went, and I think actually we went in 1-0 up at half time, but we'd probably count ourselves quite lucky to not be a goal down or 2 goals down. And I think that was more to do with Reading's wasteful finishing and a couple of good saves from Will. So we pulled ourselves together at half time and I think thoroughly deserved to win the game and score the goals that we scored and make it comfortable for us at the end of the game. But I think with the positivity going into it, we also just wanted to make sure that we're realistic about our performance and addressed a few of those shortcomings when we got back in the building.
Got that goal before half time, kept on building throughout the second half. How can we now turn it up a notch, keep building on that momentum now?
I think a lot of the work that we've done this week in terms of making sure we don't get too carried away with ourselves and address some of the weaknesses that I thought we saw in our game at the weekend, but also build on all the positives and build on all the things that we've done really well over the past few weeks where we scored quite a few goals, we've kept clean sheets when we've needed to, and I think we've been a really good side overall after that real disappointment against Leyton Orient. So it's just about going again with all of those things, making sure we do improve and making sure we take this game as it comes, because it's going to be a very, very different challenge.
How's work been on the grass so far this week?
It's been really good. I mean, the conditions have been interesting because of how wet it's been, but the pitches have held up brilliantly. No problems there whatsoever. We've been able to train. And yeah, we've worked on obviously the stuff that we think makes us good, but also just started to look at the ways that we think we can benefit from a few of the bits and bobs from Saturday, particularly with the way Charlton play. So it's just been a mixture of the two.
What's the squad looking like ahead of the weekend?
We've got no new injuries since the weekend. Miles has been out on the grass, should be back in full training on Friday and available for selection at the weekend. And Zach, I think, will hopefully train with us on Friday. If not, then he'll train with us next week. If he trains with us Friday, he still won't be available for the weekend. I think that the Oxford game will be a step too far for him as well. So hopefully after that, we'll be looking to reintegrate Zach into the squad or into the side. But at the moment, that's a real positive coming back into it. All the other injuries are as is. We haven't picked up anything new from the weekend. So we're looking quite strong going into the game.
Our opponents, Charlton, at the weekend. What's changed about them in terms of tactics and playing style since they appointed Nathan Jones?
I can't tell you a huge amount in terms of tactics or playing style since they've appointed Nathan, because the only 3 games that we've looked at are the 3 that Nathan's took charge of. So the Lincoln, Charlton and Bolton games, the Lincoln, Reading and Bolton games. I think if you look at those across the 3 of them, a decent enough point against Lincoln and then a really, really good performance up at Bolton, one of the best sides in the league without a doubt, and for Charlton to go out there, score 3 goals and take a point, I think, and take the lead, I think 3 times shows a lot about where they've gone in a very, very short space of time. So I think with another week, they're going to be really well organised, they're going to be an attacking threat, they're going to be aggressive, and if there's one thing that Nathan Jones knows, then from my experience as well, having played against the Luton side at this level, it's how to organise a really good side at this level. So expect a really tough test.
What sort of game are you expecting? How are you expecting it to go?
I think it'll be a good game of football, and I think Charlton, despite their league position, I think will be very aggressive. They've got some really good players. I think recruited really well in January, and obviously getting a manager in who was in the Premier League last year, I think, is a really good sign of where the football club are going. We have to make sure we try and put all of that to one side and impose our own game on things. But I think overall we expect a really tough game. It never is easy when you go away from home. It's never easy when you go away to the Valley. But I think an exciting opportunity. It should be a really good game of football and hopefully one that suits us.
More than 3,000 fans will be in the away end on Saturday. What do you say to those heading up to the capital?
Hopefully they can enjoy themselves, and I know they do, come rain or shine, but hopefully they enjoy themselves with a good performance to start off with, and we're obviously looking to go and win the game. So that's the most important thing for us, if we can send the fans home smiling. And the support that we've had over the entire season has been absolutely monumental, even since the first away game of the season, I think, where we had Forest Green on a Tuesday night, and the fans came in their thousands, to Leyton Orient the week after. We've just had it throughout the season wherever we've gone, whether it's north, south or halfway in between. So really, really grateful for that, and hopefully we can send them home with a smile on their faces.